Hey everybody, we picked up this Expert Laser Marksman System by gsight. This one is for a 9mm firearm. So we're going to test out this unit today. This is a training system for those of you who don't know that allows you to practice target shooting on your own firearm. So we're going to get right into this, do a little quick unboxing here as we get started. This supports multiple calibers. Ours is 9mm that we're going to be using on the wife's Glock. And it comes with a couple extra parts, extra batteries, extra O-rings. Here's the actual unit. It fits into the chamber where the bullet would go. If I wanted one for my 45, I would have to buy one that was the size of the 45 to fit in the chamber. The unit also comes with instructions that discusses the device itself, as well as the requisite safety instructions, how to insert the device into the firearm, as well as how to install and operate the software that you would use in conjunction with the device. I'm going to need to unscrew it to remove a protective cardboard tab from the battery to get that out of the way right quick. And then I could screw it back together. The firing pin actually hits a small button right here, which causes a laser to glow. And that laser is recorded by the software on the smartphone. This is basically how it works. Not only is it absolutely necessary, but incredibly wise to clear the firearm you're going to be using for this. So I'm going to drop the magazine, knock the one in the chamber out, open it up. We could see that there is no bullet in the chamber. This firearm is cleared. You'll notice this is home defense ammo and not range ammo, as it said home. I took it apart to illustrate if I was replacing the batteries, it would be the small side up, flat side down. We see that small non-even side of the battery facing up. And now we would screw the cover back on. Quick test shows it's working. We can now load it into the firearm. I'm going to put a little bit of rem oil on my hand, get it on my finger, and just oil those O-rings just a little bit to make it easier. Slides right into the chamber. Obviously, the button side will be facing back, the laser facing forward. I let it fall in, and the O-rings are going to provide some resistance. I just push it down until it seats. And then I push no further. It sits just like that. We know we're good. Rack it back and just let it slide closed. As the trigger is depressed, the laser will blink for 1 moment. And we can see you're going to have to rack it back each time because it's not a real bullet. There's obviously no power to automatically rack it back for the next shot. I'll move to one of my smartphones now and type in ELMS, and it'll bring up the gsight application. Is the gsight Laser Training Pro. And I'm going to download it and install it. And open it up, go through some warning screens and what have you, allow, and go to train. And there is one application that's free. As we see, it's a laser training 10 shots. The other ones you have to pay for. I think the 10 shots should be sufficient for our demonstration here. I've set up a target here on a door in a back hallway. And on a tripod, I have the camera here from the app set up. When you press the start button, it will calibrate the target to the application. It does take a little getting used to. The gun has no magazine and no ammunition. It is significantly lighter. Also, you'll notice every single time that she fires, she lowers it to rack the gun again to be able to fire once more, which is something you generally would not do. It takes a little getting used to because the weight of the gun is different without the magazine in it. I'm going to speed up the time between shots so this movie is not too long, so I'm going to edit that. It stands to reason that these differences will improve over time as you're training. I don't know if that's entirely good or bad, because then once you go back to the range where you're actually shooting with bullets and the weight of the gun changes, you have to get used to that again. So there's a trade-off between the two. It's probably very subtle though. Full range. After 10 shots, all the shots do appear. So we're going to walk up to it and we could see what the grouping is. There's a way to look at each individual shot, but I didn't do it this time. Hitting try again clears it, and then you have the option to zoom in on the target or simply press start to go again. So now it's calibrating and we're ready to go. This time I'm going to give it a try and evaluate. And the Glock is already really light for me because I'm used to a 1911, a gun made of metal, not plastic. But this Glock without the magazine is like feather light, but it doesn't really make it more difficult, just slightly awkward. The target is somewhat close. It's a very large target, so it's no problem at all to hit the bullseye. But I'm going to go around and we'll evaluate it. But yeah, it seems very fun to do, and it definitely seems like a good way to practice using your gun indoors. Now I demonstrate sliding up so each individual shot from that session could be individually reviewed. So that's a pretty cool feature. But what we're going to do now is we're going to use a much smaller target because this target's clearly too big for the distance. Now I have a pistol target and I've brought the tripod closer to increase the resolution. We're going to get started with another round. I don't know if it's evident yet in the video, but as long as the camera is close enough to the target, no matter how small the bullseye is, as long as it appears in the camera, it will be picked up. We'll be able to see it in full view. We'll wait for this session to finish and we'll take a look up close. This is a much better experience as a target. And we can see everything was captured with acceptable precision for what this needs to do. Again, if the target's in full view of the camera, it works just fine. Type in gsight on my smartphone, we'll see that it'll return recommendations for a bunch of other applications. Remembering that it's just a laser, we could go and try other apps as well to see if there's better functionality, better options. I could install one just so we could try it out, see what we got. And they all have like one free option, so we're just going to go through the motions here right quick to get to it. And there's our free target, and this one has you click on all these acknowledgements for safety, which I guess is okay. It has its own form of calibration, as all the other apps do, but this one also has this reload thing that you hang on the side of the target, next to the target, something like that. I don't know if it's a gimmick or whatnot. It seems unnecessary. So I hang a piece of paper there. Yep. Go to the firing line. You're gonna shoot reload to start. So you see, you gotta shoot reload to kick things off. So I guess you can do multiple rounds without having to walk up and touch the phone. So I guess that's okay. And I didn't see it from far away, but I'm noticing that she's shooting a target. It's splattering multiple shots, so it doesn't have some sort of smart detection. So I was expecting 10 shots, but we'll see here that she's only shooting a couple before it says that she's finished. So I guess these apps vary in quality by its shot detection or whatnot. This one's not doing a hell of a good job.
It says hits total 10. I don't know about all that. It was definitely not 10 hits, you know.
Now it's time to clear the firearm of the laser. So we'll rack it back and lock it in the open position. I'll use one of my cleaning swabs, and it's going to fall out the bottom as we see. So I'm going to push a cleaning swab carefully up the barrel, releasing it. Falls right out the bottom, no problem. Place it right back in the box for our next use. Put our batteries in there as well, and our instruction manual, and we're good to go. And that concludes our video of the G-Force Expert Laser Marksman System. I hope you found the video enjoyable, entertaining, and insightful. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Helps me out a lot when you do. And hit that subscribe button for more videos like this when they come out. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Would you like to reply?